Greetings, my new Padawan. This is Jedi Master Cyborg, and welcome to the Jedi Archives. Now, today we'll be going over the Sith holocrons, or the new Generation 2 Sith holocron, to be more specific, and its corresponding crystals from the Sith of old, and let's see what knowledge they have to impart, at least from the dark side. Now, I would recommend that you do not do this without the supervision of a Jedi Master. In fact, this is the rare occasion where a Padawan has been invited into the archives. So, let's get started. Let's first, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new dark side crystals. This one here is from Generation 1, but it's going to correspond with one of the new crystals. And then we do have the new Generation Jedi holocron here, but this is also going to help us unlock one of the dark side crystals for some reason. For some reason, one dark side crystal does not work inside the new Sith holocron. You have to use this one to get the dark side user or criminal villain his voice. You have to use the Jedi holocron. So there we go. This is what we're going to be working on today. So stick around and we'll see what knowledge the ancient Sith have to impart. Alrighty then, my new Padawan, we're going to get started with these new Generation 2 crystals and the corresponding Generation 2 Sith holocron. But first we're going to start with the Generation 2 Jedi holocron, because like I said before, it's going to help us unlock one of the enemies of the Force, but not necessarily a Force user. So we'll take this crystal first, because again, this is the corresponds to the character or the voice. Now, Mace Windu actually got a third crystal in the Generation 2 Kyber crystal lineup, but this is not Mace Windu's crystal. This is in fact General Grievous's Kyber crystal. So you open it up, they twist up, and every one of these Generation 2 crystals now comes with upside down, up with this little slip of paper. As you can see, General Grievous on there, and the little subtext at the bottom, which is very difficult to read. Let me pull out my magnifying glass on my little phone here. Let's try to read to you what it says. Okay, my magnifying glass, put it up to. Okay, so it is General Grievous, and intended for use with new Series 2 Jedi and Sith holocrons. The Force works in mysterious ways. If you place this Kyber crystal inside a Series 1 Jedi holocron, you will unlock Mace Windu. That's really all it says. It doesn't say anything about General Grievous here. I guess we'll have to let the crystal speak for itself. So like I said, this is weird because you would think that at General Grievous, this is his crystal. It gets kind of slender. It comes down to a point. It starts off thick and then comes slender, comes down to a point. You would think that his crystal, since he is a villain, not necessarily a Sith or a dark side of the Force user, I expected his crystal to work in the new Sith holocron, but it actually works in the new Jedi holocron for some reason. I'm not sure. So we'll turn this on. We'll open up the door. There's where the kyber crystal goes, right there. We place the kyber crystal inside. Close it up. And it glows purple. Now these Generation 2 holocrons, they seem to be very touchy, so these switches on the side, you gotta be very careful.
Listen to me, Jedi. I do not care about your politics. I do not care about your republic. I only live to see you die. What's the situation? Greetings, young Jedi. Think you can defeat me? You are nothing. You must realize you are doomed. We'll see about that, Jedi. Good, Jedi. Good. You will provide some sport for me yet. I will rule your future. A future where there are no Jedi. You must realize you are doomed.
So there we go. I think we've come full circle on what all General Grievous has to tell us. Again, I find it weird that his crystal would work inside of a Jedi holocron instead of the new Sith one. But that's the way it goes, so we'll put that aside. I will put his canister away. Okay, that's one down. Now we'll move on to the new generation Sith holocron and its corresponding kyber crystals. Okay, my fellow Padawan. Here's the new Sith holocron. Again, I would recommend that you do not do this without the supervision of a Jedi Master or risk the falling into the dark side. So we'll take this crystal and we'll just choose one at random. There'll be some surprises along the way as well. So again, with these new canisters compared to the first generation ones, they unscrew like they did. Well, they both unscrewed, but this one they like unscrew. Okay, then now inside we have these little, whoops, there goes the crystal. We have this little slip of paper, and these like little bars inside the canister. So here, the one that fell out here, this is actually Kylo Ren's kyber crystal. Now this one is a very, very rare to find. Very, very rare to find. Kylo Ren. Again, we'll take my phone here. Okay, come on, Kylo Ren. I think it's a bit too close, so I have to bring down the resolution a little bit. Right, Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren. Intended for use with the new Series 2 Jedi and Sith holocron The Force works in mysterious ways. If you place this kyber crystal inside of a Series 1 Sith holocron, you will unlock Darth Vader. Doesn't really tell you much about the character itself that the crystal represents. It just kind of tells you, except for the name, the bolded name up top, it just tells you what you'll get if you place this in a Generation 1 holocron. So I guess we'll skip that part, and then we'll just tell you what you'll get if you place it in a Generation 1 Sith holocron. So here we go. We'll place this in here. Open it up. Again, you have to be very careful. These switches are very twitchy.
I'm going to find you, and I'm going to turn you to the dark side. It's time to let old things die. Snoke, Skywalker, the Sith, the Jedi, the rebels, let it all die. Such pain in you, such anger. Let the past die. Kill it. If you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be. The dark side is in our nature. Surrender to it. And I will let nothing stand in our way. I'll show you the dark side. You know what you need to do. You know. And I will let nothing stand in our way. Such pain in you. Such anger. You need a teacher! I can show you the ways of the Force! No, you're still holding on! Let go! Show me again the power of the darkness. Let the past die. Kill it. If you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be. You need a teacher! I can show you the ways of the Force!
Okay, I think that's all excuse me. I believe that's all this crystal has to show us, or tell us. Kylo Ren, I believe that's all the knowledge he has to impart. Put this back in his capsule. Alrighty then, we have 6 more to go. So stick around, my Padawan, and we'll see what the rest of the kyber crystals have to tell us. Okay, my new Padawan, let's keep going. We'll just, again, choose a crystal at random here. Unscrew and see what we got. This is Darth Maul. Darth Maul got a new kyber crystal for the Generation 2. his, if you place this, let's see what voice you'll get. Seems like with this one too, you'll unlock Darth Vader. So in Generation 1, Darth Vader did have 2 kyber crystals. One was like an 8-ball, and then one was like Vader quotes. So this is Darth Maul. His crystal here kind of comes to a point. Place that inside.
The dark side fights without mercy, without remorse. If you want to be victorious, you need to find the same strength inside you. Unless you take risks, do what must be done, there will always be limits to your abilities. Seize the knowledge, seize the power. I was once a force wielder, long ago, long ago. The Sith took everything from me, ripped me from my mother's arms, murdered my brother, used me as a weapon, and then cast me aside, abandoned me. Once I had power, now I have nothing. Nothing. I doubt that you understand the power that is within your grasp. Your anger is a wellspring. You must use it. Your passions give you strength, and through strength you gain power. You have seen it. You feel it. You must break your chains. Use your anger. Use your pain. Let it fill you. To defeat your enemy, you must know your enemy, even practice their beliefs. I once had a real name, so long ago, I don't remember. Now I am called Maul. Sith holocrons are keys. They can open many doors. Your anger is a wellspring. You must use it. Your passions give you strength, and through strength you gain power. You have seen it. You feel it. You must break your chains.
Okay, I think that's all that Darth Maul has to tell us. Take out his canister, or his kyber crystal, and place it back in his canister. Oop. Gotta place this down in here first. Then we place the crystal in here. Alright then, my Padawan. We have 5 more to go, so stick around and we'll see what we have. Welcome back, my new Padawan. Before we move any further with the crystals, I wanted to give you a closer inspection of Kylo Ren's kyber crystal. Now you might want to see it as well, but as you can see, it looks like a blue kyber crystal encased within a red crystal, symbolizing his fall from the light side of the Force. So when he was a Jedi, or training to be a Jedi, his kyber crystal was blue, and now since he transitioned to the dark side, he corrupted his kyber crystal, or tried to anyway, to make it a fully red crystal. But as you can see, he wasn't quite successful. There's still a little bit of Ben Solo in him. So anyway, that's just what I wanted to show. I wanted to show you this. It's probably a little bit thicker than all of the other crystals, because it's kind of encasing two crystals, crystal within a crystal. And it's kind of thick all the way down. It gets a little bit slender towards the bottom part here, and it does come to a slight point at the end. But I just wanted to give you, before we moved on, I'll give you a closer inspection of Kylo Ren's kyber crystal. Okay, so now let's move on. Okay, my new Padawan, let's keep going. We have a new canister here. Let's twist it open and see who's inside. Ooh, another rare black obsidian crystal. This is Darth Sidious. Darth Sidious got another kyber crystal in Generation 2. Let's see, yeah, Darth Sidious, it just says that, again, when you place this in a, is it first generation? Unlock holocron you. And yeah, when you get Series 1 Sith holocron, you'll get Darth Vader. But you have a little black slip of paper there with Darth Sidious, and at the bottom it tells you that you get Darth Vader. So this rare black obsidian crystal. See what these are going for on the website called eBay. So this looks like this Generation 2 rare black obsidian crystal is going for about $400 on the website called eBay. So that's pretty cool. I'm not sure how much I paid for it. I don't think quite that much. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what he has to say. Find the door. Well, turn it on. Find the door. Open it up. Place the crystal inside. Doesn't turn it black. How disappointing. So here we go.
Pain, loss, anger. These are not distractions.
That's Darth Vader. We should be getting Darth Sidious. We should be getting Darth Sidious, because this is the Generation 2. Okay, so let's open it back up. Okay, there was the... Okay, there was the sound that it connected.
You are no match for the power
There we go.
in me. At last. I have died before. The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
That's the answer to everything. So the Sith they could just do whatever, and that's the answer to it. How did you do that? Well, the dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities. I can't believe they brought that back again. Keep going.
Kill me, and my spirit will pass into you. as all the Sith live in me.
Oh, no, thank you.
The First Order was just the beginning. I will give you so much more. The Sith are reborn. Let your death be the final word in the story of rebellion. At last.
Okay, let's go one more time.
You are no match for the power in me. I have been every voice you have ever heard inside your head. Kill me, and my spirit will pass into you, as all the Sith live in me.
Okay, I think Darth Sidious has said all he has to say. Hopefully for the last time. Only a fool will try to bring him back again. So I'm going to put him in his canister. Oh, this way. Well, if I can get everything back into the canister. His slip of paper doesn't want to go down in there with it. So let's see if we can wrap it around. There we go. Just want to keep everything together. Keep the archives nice and straight, you know what I mean? It's always nice to put things back the way you found it. Anyway, let's move on. We got 4 crystals left to go. Okay, my new Padawan, welcome back. We'll just choose another red crystal at random. See what's inside here. Unscrew, 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 unscrew. Still tight, still tight. Oh, there it goes. Finally let loose. Okay, and there, the paper just fell out. This is the second sister. The second sister. And it says, if you place this, looks like again you'll get Darth Vader. Let's see. Okay, well, okay. Now let's magnify this. Looks like again you'll get Darth Vader. I don't know why they keep getting Darth Vader. Why you keep getting Darth Vader in these? If you put the new ones in the old, you always get Darth Vader. So before we place this in the holocron, this crystal here, oh, it's pretty thick. Pretty thick. Probably as thick as Kylo Ren's, although it doesn't have the blue core. Now, interesting thing is that if you watch Star Wars Rebels, because a lot of people don't know about Star Wars Rebels, they haven't watched that. They might have watched the animated series, The Clone Wars, but they don't watch the one that came after it, Star Wars Rebels, another animated series. But you'll see the second sister in there somewhere. She has the that kind of spider-like droid that always is perching on her shoulder, so she likes droids. So again, Star Wars Rebels, if you haven't watched it, I would consider going to watch it, because you can learn a lot of little details by watching Star Wars Rebels. that you wouldn't know otherwise. So anyway, now let's place this in the holocron. Turn it on. Doors over here.
You're learning. I do so admire your persistence. So sure are you? Who was your master, Padawan? Perhaps you've had some training after all. So sure are you?
Is that really all she has to say?
Tell me, Jedi, how did you survive Order 66? There are some things far more frightening than death. Perhaps you've had some training after all.
Okay, so I guess that is all that she has to tell us, the second sister. For a while, I thought the second sister was Barriss Offee. In the Clone Wars, Barriss Offee was one of Ahsoka's closest friends on the Jedi. Well, they were both Padawans, but she fell to the dark side, Barriss Offee, and so for a while, I kind of thought they had the same kind of complexion. The Barriss Offee in the Clone Wars, she had some decorations or something around her eyes. They kind of look like little diamonds going across her eyes. Now, the pattern was different in the second sister, but as we all know, that the physical appearance changes a little bit when people fall from the light side of the Force and go to the dark side. But I think the Tales of the Sith actually denied that. I haven't seen that series. That's one of the things I need to catch up on, is the Tales of the Sith. But I don't have Disney Plus anymore, so I'll have to find another way to get that and to watch that series. But I believe that Barriss Offee had a different fate than the second sister. So okay, let's move on. Well, first let's put this back in its canister. So take the canister, take that, push that down, crystal inside, slip of paper. So I don't think this one wants to go down either. Might have to wrap it around. Now for some reason, these papers sometimes don't want to go back in. Okay, got it. Screw that back down. Place it to the side there. Okay, we got 3 crystals to go. Stick around. All right, my new Padawan. We have 3 red crystals left to go. I'm choosing one at random. Alright. Place this aside. This is Asajj Ventress. We have Asajj Ventress, her crystal. She should have 2, as she had a saber staff that could also disconnect into 2 sabers. Let's see, what do you get if you place this in the old holocron? Oh. Okay. The old holocron. Again, you get Darth Vader. Wow. Okay. Now I notice there's actually some writing here on the back, so let's see. What does this have to say? In this vial lies a red kyber crystal embedded with the power of the dark side. Asajj Ventress was a skilled assassin who wielded twin red-bladed lightsabers. Her loyalty to the Sith was tested and shifted her destiny unexpectedly. When placed inside a lightsaber or holocron, the power of this red kyber crystal will connect through the force and illuminate. So all do have a further description of the character. So I'll have to go back on the other four, maybe later, towards the end of the video, just to give you a quick update on what all of them had to say. So this is Asajj Ventress. So we're going to place her in the holocron, turn it on, open the door, place the crystal inside.
Pain, loss,
I guess it didn't connect. Let's try again. Turn it on. Open the door. So it's just hopefully it connected.
Now you will fall as all Jedi. You and your precious Jedi Order. Do you think you'll be able to call on the Force? In order to fight against the Force, you must see what cannot be seen. Pathetic. Where are the warriors I came for? Is this all the power these men possess? Do you think you'll be able to call on the Force? Now you will fall as all Jedi. You and your precious Jedi Order.
Okay, I guess that would come full circle. That's all Asajj Ventress has to tell us. Okay. Put this aside. Put this aside different from the other ones. So that way I know if I'll come back at the end and tell you what it says about each character. 2 to go. Stick around and we'll see what they have to say. Okay, my fellow Padawan. Turn this back on. Choose another crystal at random. Unscrewing. See who we got inside. We'll turn that back on in a moment. This is the Grand Inquisitor. Now, placing this in the old holocron, what does it say? You'll get Darth Vader again. Now see if I can read this without the magnifying glass. Nope. Okay. Let's see what it has to say. In this vial lies a red kyber crystal embedded with the power of the dark side. The Grand Inquisitor was the enigmatic leader of the uh, enigmatic leader of force-wielding assassins tasked with tracking down surviving Jedi when placed inside a lightsaber or holocron. The power of this red kyber crystal will connect through the force and illuminate. Okay, so we'll just have to read that middle part, because otherwise they all kind of say the same thing. Okay, so we turn this on, open up the drawer, we'll stick his crystal in there.
Your master cannot save you, boy. He is unfocused and undisciplined.
So again, the Grand Inquisitor you'll learn from
You have no
Star Wars
idea
Rebels.
what you've unleashed. Pathetic. Your master cannot save you, boy. He is unfocused and undisciplined. Clearly, you were a poor student.
Okay, we're talking about when he's talking about Ezra Bridger there, and his master is Kanan Jarrus, or his real name is Caleb Doom, but he changed it to Kanan Jarrus after the Purge.
Is that really all you've got? You have no idea what you've unleashed. The darkness is too strong for you. It is swallowing you up even now. Your master cannot save you, boy. He is unfocused and undisciplined.
Okay, I think that's all he has to say. Alright, we'll take him out, and before we switch crystals to the next red crystal, I told you earlier that this yellow crystal here would correspond with another crystal. This is the Temple Guard. TG Temple Guard. And that's him. The Grand Inquisitor right here. This is the same voice that you find in here. So I'm just wondering what how the crystals compare in shape. Well, actually, they look almost identical. Seriously, they look almost identical. Besides that one of them's yellow and one of them's red. So that's interesting. This the same character. He's just the Grand Inquisitor here. He's a Temple Guard for the Jedi Temple here. So that's interesting. Put these back in their respective canisters. And again, we'll put this one over to the side, side, away from the other ones that we've already covered, because we read a little bit of information about him, just like Asajj Ventress. But we'll go for the other ones too. Alright, well, we got one crystal left to go. Alright. Stick around and we'll hear what the last one has to say. Alrighty then, my new Padawan. We have one kyber crystal, dark side kyber crystal, left. Let's crack this open and see what the Sith of old have to tell us. Okay, unscrew. We have... This is Darth Bane. So, Darth Bane got a kyber crystal in Generation 2. The holocron here, from the first generation, this is his holocron. The one that he constructed. Again, lots of knowledge and lots of lore, lots of tidbits can be found in different places. So if you watch read the Bane novels, this is the kyber crystal that he creates, and when you the description in the book matches this holocron, and without a crystal inside, you get Darth Bane's voice. So, this is Darth Bane's Sith holocron that he created. That's pretty cool. Just little bitty connections that you can find in different places that, just make everything, the Star Wars lore, more interesting. But let's see what he has to say in this holocron. Well, actually, turn off for a sec. Now, again, looking back to what I just said about tidbits of knowledge that you can find in different places. If you watch the Star Wars Rebels animated series, later on in this series, I believe it's season 3, but don't quote me on that. I'd have to do some more research. But I believe this is the one that they find in the Sith temple that Darth Maul and Ezra Bridger find together. This one looks like it, like the one that you see in the series. While the other one just matches the written description of Darth Bane's. But this one actually looks like the one that you see in the Rebel series. So turn it back on. Okay, place this crystal on this side. Come on now.
I chose to pass my knowledge on to only one. When you take the title of Darth, you put away your childhood name. What you once were does not matter. Only what you will now achieve.
Some of these sayings are kind of like either almost exactly the same or kind of a little bit of extensions of what he says in the first holocron.
The Jedi shackle themselves in chains of obedience. Obedience to the Jedi Council. Obedience to their masters. Obedience to the Republic. Do you feel it? Do you feel the power of the dark side? The only real power. The only thing worth living for. Do you feel invincible? Invulnerable? Immortal? There can only be two Sith. No more, no less. A master and an apprentice. One to embody power, the other to crave it. Take what makes you weak and turn it into something that makes you strong. The Force is not fire. It is venom. If it is poured into many cups, it loses potency. This is the secret. This is the rule of two. Those who ask for mercy are too weak to deserve it. The Force is not fire. It is venom. If it is poured into many... I am the Dark Lord who restored the Sith to glory. They call me Bane.
Okay, well, I think that's all that he has to say. I know I nudged the little bitty triangles and turned it off a few times, but I think we circled through all that he has to say. Now, what does it say on the back here? Let's see if I can just place this on my desk. See if that'll help. No. Come on. It's not. They done lay flat now. Okay, so now I have to hold it up. These are a little crinkled from use, so that's why it's a little bit hard. And the focus keeps shifting. Okay, here we go. Well, come on now. Darth Bane, the sole reformer of a once powerful... Just got a notification that blocked. Okay, so now let's start again. The sole reformer of a once powerful Sith order led a malicious charge against the Jedi So when placed in a lightsaber, okay. I'm sorry if I had to break my speech there, but it's just these little slips of paper are getting crinkled from use, and so the words are not blurred out, but because the creases are kind of like knocking them out of focus. Okay, so that was the last of the kyber crystals. We're gonna go back over on these 5 real quick, and we're just gonna read the back, because there's a little bit more information on the back. So stick around for that, and then class will be dismissed. Okay, my new Padawan, let me just keep your attention for a little bit longer. I've got all these kyber crystals laid out and all the slips of paper laid out. We're going to try to get through this quick, so you can go ahead and take your break. So the first we have the second sister here. Now let's see what it says on the back. It's a little bit more tidbit information that it gives. Okay. It says the second sister was a I don't know what that word is. It's not cruelly. Let me see. I'm trying to find what that word is. I guess it is cruelly. I don't know. I don't know what else it would be. The second sister was a cruelly ambitious member of the Imperial Inquisition, and though she was adept with a lightsaber, her strongest weapon was her mind. strong was their mind. So now then it says when placed in a kyber crystal and blah and a holocron and blah blah blah. Okay, so that was the second sister. Moving on here, we have Kylo Ren. What does it say? What does the little bit more tidbit information say about him? These creases in these papers are making it so difficult to read. Today you have encountered an uncommon spectacle. That's where the crease is. That's why it's there actually might be a little rip in there. All right. Uncommon spectacle in the values. Oh, that's not right. In the valleys. And okay, well, let's try to start again. Okay, today you have encountered an uncommon spectacle. Okay, uncommon spectacle, period. In this vial lies a rare cracked cracked kyber crystal imbued with the power of the dark side. Kylo Ren was a champion of the First Order and led the Knights of Ren while he worked to destroy his past. He was plagued by a pull from the light side, period. When placed, okay, then I apologize for this break in when I'm reading this. It's like I said, it's the creases and the small writing. Okay, next we have, this is General Grievous, and what does his have to say? Okay. The dark side, General Grievous was a ruthless Jedi hunter whose cyberkinetic modifications turned him into a loyal weapon for Count Dooku when placed inside a lightsaber. Okay, moving on. So we have Maul. Okay, so Darth Maul says Maul was a deadly warrior who often I think schemed. I think that's the word. Schemed. Often schemed new ways to obtain power within the Sith. He has since returned to Dathomir to lead the Crimson Dawn criminal syndicate when placed in a lightsaber. Okay, one more to go. What? By accident or design, we left the best for last. So we have Darth Sidious. Let's see what it says on the front, and then we'll see what it says on the back. Unable. Okay. Nothing of note on the front. Just that it's intended to be used in the new holocrons. Okay, so today you have encountered an uncommon spectacle. So this is easy to read from the Kylo Ren. So this might have said the same. So today you have encountered an uncommon spectacle. In this vial lies a rare black kyber crystal imbued with the power of the dark side. Darth Sidious, who lived within a cloned vessel, has moved to establish the final order to end the Jedi once and for all when placed in a lightsaber. Okay. So I do apologize for the reading, but it's very small print, and holding your phone with one hand, trying to magnify and go across, it can be a little difficult. So thank you all for watching. Thank you, my new Padawan, for watching, and I hope you learned something from the knowledge, from whatever knowledge the dark side can give us. Again, please do not do this alone. Always do it under the supervision of a Jedi Master. Thank you for watching. As you've probably seen, scroll a few times during the video. You can like, comment, and subscribe on this video. I'd very much appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. May the Force be with you. Goodbye.